Welcome to Mama Mosey Tarot, and we've got a classic, not a classic, we've got a love reading today. So, bottom of the Lenormand deck, I pulled three out. We had the Clover, the Ship, and the Whip. So the Clover is luck, like an indicator of very good luck incoming. The Ship is movement, and the Whip can be like passion, arguments, sports. But with everything else, I'm getting passion. This is a new emotional thing coming up for some of you. But here's the thing. Some of you have been holding back a little bit. There's people that have been trying to get you to date and you're just like, it's not the right time. I'm not feeling it. This is not it for me. Now is the time. Now is the time to let go of that control that you're holding over yourself and a little bit over others, but the control you're holding over yourself, and make your own joy. That's what the Sun Sigil card is for. The traditional Sun card tells you that there's joy around you to be had. But this one is telling you to make your own joy, and it also tells you to spread love. Okay, so that's clue number 2. Clue number 3. We had generations. Not sure about the card under that, so I'm not even going to read into it. Generations, though, this can be indicative of generational trauma. Not more often than not, but it also can be indicative of breaking traditional rules. So under that, we have the familiar and revelry. The familiar represents somebody in your life where you have a relationship imbalance there. You have more power over them, or they kind of defer to you in this relationship. This is telling you to have fun with that. Get to know this person, whoever this is. So if this sounds like it resonates with you, stick around. We've got the Alleyway Tarot. We have the Alleyway Tarot. I'm going to get a little bit more in depth, okay? So now you have got to spread love and share love. Something's wrong. So this is the 9 of Crows. Every time I get into it, I get a knock at the door. Hold on. So, like I was saying, this is the 10 of Crows. This is indicative of something like you feel something is not quite right, but it's something that you've been just kind of passing by and been like, whatever, before, but now you're like, wait, hold on, what the fuck? Why are there crows in this bathroom? That's what this card is. Something is wrong with, I think, the way that you have been raised to consider love. Okay? But there are no cups here yet, so it might not necessarily be even romantic love. It might be platonic. It might just be telling you to get to know more people, to connect with people overall. So we'll see. So you have recognized something is wrong. There's something that's making you feel off. Something is not right. What did we get? Pisces. Fuck, I forgot this one. But this card always makes me feel like the cat that's about to fuck things up. Like, you see those little... It might be leftover trauma from the Lady and the Tramp movie. You know, those Siamese cats really fucked me up a little bit when I was a kid. That didn't help that I also got scratched by a cat that I was trying to pet so lovingly. Probably squeezing it too hard. So let's see. This is somebody, now you could be a Pisces, or this could be an indicator for you of the person that I'm talking about, this familiar here. They might also be a Pisces. But in general, this says Pisces are tender and receptive. These people tend to think poetically, abstractly, seeing love in their own idealistic view of the world. They follow their own schedule, rarely finding objective truth to be of interest. They believe in a higher purpose, whatever it may be, faith or otherwise, and as such, see the world separate from itself and its rules. The otherworldly nature of a Pisces makes them seem strange or mysterious, but generally they carry with them goodwill and see it in others as well. They will give themselves over to others with utter abandon and love, and can sometimes be seen to give too much or to be overwhelming. This tendency to be a mystic or a sage can put Pisces in a spot where people venerate them as more than human, along with all the issues that brings. But did you hear that? You tend to give yourself a little bit too much in love. But I think what you're doing is you're giving yourself over too much to this feeling that everything's fine, this is fine, I'm totally fine. And there's crows in the bathroom, you know what I mean? Hold on. So, where were we? Boy. Yeah, you're giving yourself over too much to the idea that everything is fine, this is fine, there's nothing wrong. You're lying to yourself to make things copacetic because who knows? I have ideas, but those are my own biases coming out. Ace of Cups, you need to look at this from a completely different way. You need to, and I get aces a lot, and it's a lot about changing your mentality and how you look at things. This is cups. I wasn't talking about cups before. This is the chance to be romantic, I think. I'm gonna get a couple more and then I'll look that up to be sure. But Ace of Cups is new. Aces are new, cups are emotion. So there is a new emotion here that you've gotta, and I want to say unravel with the cat imagery and all the strings and the cats that I'm actually seeing. Scorpio, yeah. The Scorpio in reverse. So Scorpios have a tendency to accidentally sting people when they think they're being helpful. They'll say, no, you're wrong about that. It's this way, and this way. And that one person that they've corrected will feel offended because they've been corrected, when the Scorpio is just like, hey, that's wrong. I don't want you to get it wrong. Here you go. I'm going to fix it for you. It's not taken well, but it is a tendency to sting a little bit. So make sure you're keeping an eye on that for yourself too. That might be something you need to watch specifically, that you're not just kind of, well, I'm me, and it's not up to fucking me to translate my speak for you. It's not, that might be it. You might need to take a little bit more consideration with how you communicate. And you also might be a Scorpio or somebody you know. Oop, what is this? The Lovers. Okay, so this is, and I know it seems like romance, but this is still not a purely romance card. This is the knowing and the recognition of yourself, kind of in relation to, but not part of this other person. I'm a whole person. Okay, so like the best example I can think of is, in Avatar, where they're like, I see you. It's not just I see you with my eyes. It's like I see you and I recognize you as being a living, separate being from myself. It's kind of like that. But this is a Lover's card. Now that can also be a card of choice. Okay, so this could be an option for some of you. I'm going to pull a couple more. I'm going to pull a couple more because I just got a feel, but I'm not sure. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, you can sit in your queenly energy and you can have fun as well. You don't need to be a queen all the time. You don't need to just sit here and wait for this. With all this, everything that just came out, you don't need to sit here and wait. And all these cats, God, cats. You don't need to sit here and wait for the exact perfect relationship that you want to come along. You don't need to bide your time. You don't need to just sit there. You don't need to keep other people away while you wait for this one specific special person that you're hoping for to come along. Some might say that you're hoping for that to keep others away, but regardless, you have a choice here, especially with this Lover's card. You have a choice. You can take it not fast and loose, but you can have fun. You can relax a little bit. Just enjoy being a queen, enjoy your physicality, and have fun. Or you can sit and wait. But as you sit and wait, do not let that prevent you from forming connections with people as they come along. You are not supposed to be pushing people away right now. You are supposed to be fostering connections, I think. Yeah, I think you're supposed to be, especially with this Revelry card, you're supposed to be fostering connections, opening lines of communication, and getting to actually know people, especially with this familiar card. And then the card I pulled out earlier today, the Allymans, which is about involving people in your life. Not everybody is a side character. Everybody is a main character. Just because you've made them a side character in your life doesn't mean it's just an NPC. So let's see. You need to form connections. You need to start forming connections with people. Again, stop trying to control yourself so tightly. When you control things so tightly, you end up ensuring that the adverse will happen. And number two, you end up making mistakes that might not have otherwise been made had you just relaxed and gone with the flow a little bit more. For some things. Aquarius. So we've got an Aquarius too. I do need to look this one up 100%, so I'm going to check the Ace of Cups while I'm at it. And then the Knight of Quasars. Hold on. So this I forgot to look up the Knight of Quasars. This Aquarius card is representative of Aquarius, yes, and there could be an Aquarius in your life, but more than that, I'm getting the feeling from this is just descriptive of you as a person, that you can be very logical and you can be a risk taker because you have that faculty where you can say, the risk is this, the danger is this, the options are these, and you kind of lay it out and plan it out for yourself. You need to start doing that with your emotions, not so much where you detach from your emotions and don't feel them, okay, like some Virgos do. You need to make sure that you are analyzing your emotions in a reasonable human capacity and making sure that you are not using those as excuses to keep yourself separate from people that you have determined are not for you and you know best. Okay, stop that. I'm gonna look up the Knight of Quasars. Hold on. So this is a knight of the deck. Like a knight, can be representative of a person. More often than not. So, but this Knight of Quasars, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I've been saying Quasars. Quasars. Knight of Quasars. This is showing me that something is going to come in so big and monumental that you are going to have no choice but to recognize it and act with it. Act with it. The Magician. Possibly could have been something you've been manifesting. And this might be it for some of you. You have been manifesting this relationship, and this is letting you know that it is going to come in, but you have something to work on. You have got to let go of control. You can't just manifest all the time, because you're still keeping that tie connected to you, right? You're still keeping that energy to you. Once you work your manifestation and you feel like you have fulfilled that manifestation, there is a time where you've got to let it go. Letting it go shows the universe that you're not so intent on it that all you want to do is stay in the feeling of wanting it and not having it, okay? You've got to be able to detach from it. Excuse me. Under that, we've got the King of Hearts. This is the King of Pentacles to your Queen of Pentacles here, okay? But with the King of Hearts, it might not look exactly like what you're looking for. It might not be exactly what you described or what you think you want. It's so much better. It is so much better. Because you have the King of Pentacles with heart in the name, okay? This is very good for some of you. All right, very, very good. This is something that you've been asking for a long time, but remember to do that work. You have got to remember this is going to be a brand new journey for you, and you need to make sure to control your emotions as well, especially your mentality and the way that you worry. The way that you worry, okay? You can't put the blame on this person for other mistakes that other people have committed against you in the past. Some people have a tendency to do that because then it lifts the burden of, what if this isn't exactly what I want, off of you, and you can say, oh, that's not it. Nope, I don't have to try. I don't have to change anything because this isn't it. Make sure you're not doing that too, especially with that Ace of Swords and this Magician. You're smart enough to know when you're fucking up. For some of you, if somebody tells you and then you can recognize after that, I'm one of those. But you are smart enough to know when you get that feeling, that intuition of, especially with this Empress, you get that intuition, that feeling, and then you have the Hierophant behind it too. And another Queen of Cups. Balance your emotions. That's this whole thing here. You've got to balance your emotions. Don't hold on too tightly to your love. You need to share it and spread it. Spreading love attracts love to you. Okay? That's the key to getting this King of Hearts to show up. Okay? That's the key to your manifestation here. All right? Let me know if this helped you, please. I would love to know, and in future save this if this does help bring your manifestation to you. I would love to hear about it. I really would. I will see you guys later. Thanks. Love you. Bye.